What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It's your boy, the Prince of Botch himself. That's right, Dwayne. I am in the building. How are y'all doing today? I hope you're doing well. Lord knows I'm doing pretty well. Staying safe, maintaining social distancing as much as possible, all that good stuff. While also still coming and bringing you guys really, really dope interviews, dope conversations, and all that good stuff right here on the Life's a Botch podcast, baby. So today, your boy is, kind of thinking of his nickname, so I guess I'm just going to say it. Your boy is Dickie Two Guests. All right? Your boy came in here today, and I got not one, but two really, 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 really dope guests that I got the pleasure of meeting and talking with for a little bit. And we're definitely going to work on getting them back on the show for longer conversations. But I would like to shout out a nice little up-and-coming network by the name of Rave. You know what I'm saying? Rave allows you to do meet and greets. So, this is pretty fun. Use this nice little platform to kind of conduct some conversations with some people. And your boy got two awesome legends in this conversation. So, first up, we've got the legendary Miss Excuse Me herself, Vickie Guerrero. That's right, you heard me right, people. Vickie Guerrero. We're going to have that play right quick, and that'll be first up. Then I'll come back, say hi to you guys. Hey, how you doing? And then after that, pretty much, I'll take you guys to interview conversation session numero dos with 5-time women's champion, future Hall of Famer, and soon to be NWA women's champion, Miss Melina Perez. That's right. So I am super excited to share these conversations with you all. And again, just like every other show, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you comment, leave your reviews, all that good stuff, because we really appreciate it. It means so, so much. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this first conversation. But first, I got to shout out my good people at Six Families Radio. So if you're listening live on Six Families Radio, what's happening? How you doing? It is good to talk to you. It is good to be live with you right now. And shout out to OTS, my team, my company that I am greatly a part of and that I love so much. Shout out to you if you're listening on Apple. Shout out if you're listening to podcasts. Wait, I totally botched that. Shout out to if you're listening to on Apple, on Spotify, and all those other good podcasting platforms. So again, salute to my people at OTS. Salute to the people listening on Six Families Radio at sixfamiliesradio.com. Oh, and tuned in. Can't forget about you guys too. Hello, how you doing? It is so great to be on Tuned In. And without further ado, let's go ahead and play that first interview, baby. Here is my nice conversation with Vickie Guerrero.
Hi, Dwayne.
Hello, how you doing, Vickie?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. It is so great to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too. How are you today?
I am doing great. How about yourself, ma'am?
I'm good. I'm in Houston, so it's raining all day, so we're kind of stuck inside.
Look at that. Hey, rainy days are great sometimes. It's nice and sunny where I'm at, but, I'll take it.
Where are you at?
I'm in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh,
yes.
I had a layover there this week, so the airport was very quiet.
Wow, yeah, that's different. It's normally not too quiet out here in Atlanta's airports. They're always so busy. So
right. Well, thank you for reserving a session with me. I really appreciate it.
No problem. It's an honor to meet you this way. I'm trying Rave for the first time. I've actually wanted to. I'm a podcast host myself, and I've been trying to reach out to you. And I was like, man, when I saw you on Rave, I was like, well, that's a great way to connect with Miss Guerrero and just converse with her for a minute. You know what I mean? This is dope.
I can't hear you that well. Just adjust your volume.
Oh, adjust my volume?
Can you turn your volume up?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. How well can you hear me right now, Miss Guerrero?
Oh, that's good.
That's good? All right.
Yeah, better.
Awesome, man. I cannot believe if you'd have told me a few years ago I would have an opportunity like this to meet Vickie Guerrero, the Vickie Guerrero, I'd be like, man, get out of here. There's no way that's possible.
Excuse me.
I'm so glad you did that. I would love to ask you a couple of questions to grab me if that's
all
time.
yours.
All yours? Man, thank you so much. Well, let me ask you this, Miss Guerrero. What, with the excuse me catchphrase, what's the story behind it? Like how it came to just become such a marketable, famous catchphrase for you?
The excuse me phrase came from a fluke when I was doing a promo and I forgot my lines. And the crowd was figuring out that I didn't know where I was at in my promo. And my promo changed like 4 or 5 times before I went live on. I was in the wheelchair with Teddy Long pushing me. And even Teddy Long kept seeing my promos come in and they kept changing them. And Teddy's like, "You're going to screw this up, aren't you, playa?" And I was like, "I think tonight's the night. I'm going to screw this all up." And I did. And so the crowd was getting really impatient and they started yelling at me and there was middle fingers thrown in the front row and people were saying horrible things. And I just yelled out, "Excuse me," just to kind of like stall for time. And the crowd loved it, and so the writers saw that and they tried it next week, and each week they wrote it into my segments, and I still use it today, so I'm really thankful for that mistake I had that one night.
That is so amazing. Like, it's so great to see how something accidental like that, we see that with talents all the time. Like, yeah, I did it totally on the fly. It wasn't really something I meant to do, and it just blew up. Like, those are the best stories.
Never written for me.
So let me ask you, I see now that you are definitely an on-screen role again. Congratulations on being a part of the AEW family. How does that feel, being back in the fray again and just, managing a monster like Nyla Rose? Like, how is that?
Yeah, I was actually sad when my segment ended because I was having so much fun out there. But I love entertaining inside the ring, and I never thought that it was going to become possible. Yeah. And when I started doing some appearances for AEW, and they presented me to, be Nyla's manager, and I threw some hints too out there. And Nyla's great. I mean, we get along so well. She's just a funny woman that is fierce and strong. And of course, me being the manager, I'm going to find someone I can hide behind. And it's perfect.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. I was so excited to just see you on screen again like that. Even with just some of the cameos that you were doing already, like with Chris Jericho and like how they did the bubbly bunch and everything. Like, I just was like, oh, that is so Vickie. Like, that is so awesome. So it's great to see.
Yeah, to do that bubbly bunch, I didn't know who was going to be in it. All Chris sent me was just my one part. And he goes, "Just wait till you see the final product." And after seeing it, I couldn't believe all the stars that were in it. And I was like, wow, I get to work with Lou Ferrigno. This is awesome. So it was a fun project, all in all.
My goodness, that is awesome. And again, Vickie, in your own right, you are such a legend. If no one's ever told you that, you are a legend in your own right. Because we all know that, you are definitely the wife of the late and great Eddie Guerrero, which we miss so much in the ring because we love him. And we love you just as much. I love how the fans have really embraced you even more since the passing of Eddie. You know what I'm saying? Like, in your own right, because you've literally paved your own kind of way in that, so.
Man, where were you years ago when I needed a friend in the audience?
Listen, I don't know. I was a young prince of Botch at that time, so I couldn't really, step into the fray on the screen and just be like, "Hey, y'all leave Vickie Guerrero alone. Now this is greatness stepping in front of you, But it's okay. I'm here now. You know what I mean? I'm in the present day, so we got you on this show. You know what I mean? But what I would love to know, speaking of Eddie, while we have a quick subject of him, let me ask you, in your mind, there's so many dope talents out there in the world of wrestling today that a lot of them, of course, inspired by Eddie Guerrero. And I would love to know your thoughts on, if Eddie were around to this day, like, who are some talents off the top that you think he would love to get in the ring and square it up with?
Oh, gosh. Well, he always has his love for Rey Mysterio. I think that would always be such, a great gathering, of the two minds that are they make magic in the ring together.
Always,
but people that I've seen lately, I think the Lucha Brothers have an awesome match with Eddie.
Yes.
I think Sammy Guevara would be amazing too.
Yes.
So, and Aaron Garza. I mean, there's just so many different. You see the rookies in NXT, and you see different promotions. I think that Eddie would have. He always wanted to have his own wrestling school, and I think that that's where his love would have been, is to create these talents and show them the magic that he created within himself. And I think that's where he would have. That's where he'd be today if he had the choices to be in his own wrestling school.
That is awesome, and I totally agree. I love all of those scenarios. Like, I'm just, the kid in me, the dream match scenarios are just playing left and right. So that is so amazing. And of course, who are we to say that now with Vickie and her on-screen presence she's created? Who's to not say? We already know how charismatic Eddie was, and now you've grown with your own charisma and your own legendary way. So just to see you out there by Eddie's side while all of this is going on, can't tell me that's not gold on any screen. Come on.
I would love to have seen that. And also I think of FTR. I think they would have made an amazing match with Eddie too.
Yes.
Just some great talents. Even the Young Bucks, I would have loved to have seen them together. With a match with Eddie. So it's just sad to see. I wonder what it would be like today. So that's a good point.
Yeah, I just points that we got to make one time. But he's loved. And he lives on forever, basically, as you can see, through so many young talents. And he lives on through you, an amazing woman. So what I would like to ask you, speaking of women, by the way, I got to shout out and shoot my shot at the Cougar one time. You know what I mean? That's kind of how we do it, because it's like, you know what I mean?
I should put my necklace on.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, come on now. I was just like, come on. I'm talking to the famous Cougar, man. Like, why wouldn't I shoot the shot? But what I would love to know also is my final question for you is, as a woman, what have you felt? Because you played a huge part in the women's revolution, I feel, as well, spearheading that and helping it you've seen so many eras in the evolution of where women have come from and where they are today. What are your thoughts on the women's revolution right now and how it's just evolved with women's wrestling and how the fans are embracing it so much?
Yeah, I think that the time is overdue, to have the recognition for the women. It should have been done a long time ago. Even with, when you had, Sable and, Ivory and Jazz. I mean, they were just incredible women, and I used to watch them on TV. So I'm really proud to be a small part of it, because it takes everyone that has evolutionized the women's division. So when I see the women, carrying 2 belts around, and, I see, the younger women being able to have this TV time and get the experience, this is where it starts, especially the younger women in AEW, to see these women like Allie and, you see Sheeta and, they get so nervous. And I'm like, this is where your legacy starts. And be proud of it and own it and enjoy the moment. Because in 10 years, they're going to keep on going, and they're going to see that. They're going to see their evolution in this whole women's division. So I think it's really exciting to be a witness to that and work along with these women.
Yes, I love it. Miss Guerrero, I mean, it is such a pleasure. I mean, I'm literally 5 minutes left into this conversation, and I'm just enjoying the fact that I can really naturally flow with you like this. And personally, I would love to thank you for taking the time to just converse with me like this. Shout out to Rave for doing such an awesome job. I would love to sponsor you guys. By all means, feel free. Life's a Botch podcast. We will sponsor Rave, and tell them, come check out Rave and all the awesome talents on here. But man,
what's your podcast name?
Oh, it is the Life's a Botch podcast. It is literally a new, fresh podcast on the scene, all about professional wrestling and, life behind professional wrestling, of course. We've had the pleasure of interviewing superstars like we just did an episode with The Godfather. That was a fun one. We got to interview R-Truth. That was really comedic in its own right.
I love him.
He is such a fun guy. We really enjoyed talking with him. And up-and-coming talents, we had Jordan Grace on the episode from Impact Wrestling. We had, let's see, man, we've had so many, Maria Manic from Ring of Honor. We've had, so many different talents. I've been blessed so far to really keep on chipping it away. And now I'm adding Miss Vickie Guerrero to the list because, it's a milestone, you know what I mean, to be able to just chat with a legend. So, we would love to have you on definitely again, and get you set up, get it invited in the future. Where we can converse a little longer maybe and just have you on the show. It would be great. Again, I thank you. I'm loving this. This is so awesome. What actually, while we still have like 3 minutes, what brought you to the rave family? Because I see that this is something still new. Like a lot of people are kind of not catching on to this yet. But like, who introduced you to rave?
Actually, I met them in Utah at a Comic-Con, and they had a booth, and they came up to me and they introduced themselves. And at first, they were like virtual meeting me, and I'm like, I was like, I don't know about that, but as the more that we talked, and then once I got on their platform, and I was able to, have some guests and see how it works, they've gotten better. I mean, the options are getting better and better for the fans. I loved it, because this is a great way, especially during COVID, for the fans to reach out and talk to their superstars. And this is an honor for me too, because I get to, talk to people like you and answer your questions and just have that special one-on-one live chat.
Yes. This is definitely the next big thing. I feel like this is awesome. I love this. I hate nobody thought about it long ago, but this is definitely a great thing. So again, I hope the people of Rave are listening. I would love to sponsor this and tell people this is the next big thing. Get on this wave, because you get to meet awesome people like Vickie Guerrero, and you never know what's gonna happen. But man, thank you so much.
You're welcome. And watch for me every Wednesday. It's gonna get bigger and better, and it's gonna cause more trouble on AEW.
I am looking forward to it. Trust me. I know that a lot of fans are gonna be annoyed in a great way, and they can't wait to be like, how we've missed that on screen so much. I know I am. I was hyped. I had been seeing it, and shout out to Chris Jericho, man. He's been killing it.
He's amazing.
Isn't he?
I don't know when. I told myself I don't know when you sleep because you're too busy for me.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, like it's really cool to see this, and I'm wishing you complete nothing but the best. Hall of Famer in the making in your own right, and I already know, Miss Guerrero, you are awesome, and I will definitely look forward to chatting with you very much more in the future, for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Look at that.
What's your favorite storyline of mine that you can remember?
Man, oh my gosh, so many. Like right off the top, to be honest, it would be the one where you and Edge were like married, and how when you found out on wedding day when Triple H once again lived up to the name of Wedding Killer, and he came in there and he just was like, yeah, I got something to kind of show you. And the whole family's in the ring, and Edge is just standing there like, ooh.
Broke my heart.
Broke your heart. I mean, just like, boom. And at that point, when it was just like, yep, vengeance is now mine. You're going to face The Undertaker in a Hell in a Cell. And I'm like, yep. Hell has no fury like a woman scorned.
That's right. Amen.
I'm telling you.
Thank you, Dwayne, so much.
Yes.
I look forward to being on your podcast. Email me.
Yes.
And I look forward to talking to you really soon.
Likewise, Miss Guerrero, you take care. Nice meeting you. God bless.
Yeah, God bless you, and stay well and stay safe in these times.
You as well, ma'am. Thank you.
Thanks, Dwayne. Bye.
Bye-bye.